Joining me now ahead of his promotional debut with APFC, Danny Moriarty ahead of a huge fight with Cody Linne. How are you feeling, my guy? Just a week out now.
Yeah, man, week out. Really all the hard stuff's almost over. We got a couple more days and then we go into the weight cut stuff and then, that's also the hard part as well. And then the fight's easy, you know.
How excited are you to make your APFC debut? Obviously, it's a big show. We got the UFC heavyweight champ in attendance, obviously Anthony himself as well. How does it feel to have this fight on this promotion?
Dude, it's awesome. Yeah, we just got word today that we were gonna be main event. Like that's freaking awesome. Like it's cool that you guys are the way you guys promote and the way starting from 8 weeks out, you guys have been promoting this fight. So it's been really cool to be able to be a part of it. And I can't wait. I mean, it's awesome. We're excited. My whole team's excited. We got a lot of people coming out too as well. So, we'll bring a crowd and we'll show out.
When you got big fights like this one, it's hard not to shine a little bit of light, man. How do you feel about your opponent? Obviously, the respect is there. It's been there through the whole buildup. But what do you think of him as a fighter?
I think he's a very well-rounded fighter. He's decent everywhere. I think he's good. He's a good jiu-jitsu guy, good striker, you know, um, tough kid. He can take a shot. So I'm looking forward to it. I think he's a great test for me. I've gone 3-0 on big promotions and I'm not going to stop here.
And obviously, gone 3-0 on the big shows. If you get a fourth one here, how would you feel about your pro career, the way it's played out so far, and your trajectory? What would you think is next?
I think it's great, man. The way I've been doing it is, I've been training for, years and years and years, but I didn't really, a lot of things got in the way, and I had a pretty, to be honest, pretty hard, upbringing through this sport, So now that we're, fully healthy, for no distractions, no anything, I've got a lot of people that support me. I got a great girl that supports me. I got a great team that supports me, and now we're gonna just make up for lost time. We're gonna keep hammering these fights out, and to be able to make my pro debut on a big promotion and then stay there, and then be able to come in main event on APFC, dude, it's crazy. I feel like it's needed. I'm 30 years old. We got a fast track. So that I believe that's what we're doing. We're going after the tough guys. I don't need easy fights. I don't want easy fights. I wanted this fight. We wanted this fight for a while. I believe Cody was booked a couple times when we were trying to make this fight happen on other promotions and everything. But I'm happy we're finally getting a fight. And like I said in past interviews, I believe this is the best in the Midwest fight for 125.
So you did a good job of selling it there. My next question was going to be, why should the fans be extra excited for this bout? Obviously, it's the main event. It's going to close the show, big show in general. But I wanted to hear it from the man himself. Why is this the one everyone should have their eyes on?
Man, this is going to be a banger. I believe with how well rounded we both are, you might not have seen that in a lot of my fights, but the way I'm training now and the people I'm training with and the things that I'm doing in practice, you're going to see a whole different fighter out of me. And I believe, with how well rounded he is as well, like we're going to go in there and fuck each other up, man. We're going to go in there and go to war, and I'm fucking ready. I'm ready for war. I've been ready, and now it's the time to get this weight off and to get in there and fight. I'm fully focused, dialed in. I'm ready to fucking go.
What got you in the gym to begin with? Obviously, now you're hitting your stride, and everyone can see what you're turning into. But what had a younger Danny Moriarty walk into the gym and decide let's lace up these boots?
Man, a lot of things. My dad was training fighters before the UFC was even cool to do. It was before it was like even like a sport. Really, it was back in the day when it was style versus style. It was a wrestler versus a boxer. Something like that. But I trained for we started young and went through it, and I had a lot of things that kind of derailed me a little bit. Bad choices, bad decisions in my life that I was making, and then with injuries and everything else, and I didn't really get the fights that like I wanted to get, and I met the right people and started training again, started really like focusing on my skills, and now we're just hammering them out.
Do you think the fact that you're a little bit older now makes it easier to stick with the grind and stick with the process as well? Obviously, the mind's matured a bit.
Fuck yeah, man. Like it's so different when you're older and you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You have to recover right. You have to have the right um training regimen. You got to know how to recover. You got there's so many things that you have to do to be able to stay in this sport when you get a little bit older. I don't believe I'm that old. I mean, I believe I'm just hitting, I'm not even in my prime yet. I feel like I'm just hitting my stride in this, and the way everything's worked out, it's great. It's perfect timing, you know.
What is it about your game that you think makes you the best flyweight in the Midwest? Is there anything specific? Is it just a blend of everything you got? Well, talk to me a little bit.
Blend of everything, and I believe that my experience in fight IQ, again, I haven't shown nearly, not even close to what I can do in the cage. But I believe the biggest thing for me this camp was working on my mindset and being able to work on little things in my head, and things that like will get me to take the risks I need to take. Because if I do everything that I do in practice in fights, I believe that I am the best in the Midwest. I just have to show it. I had to go out there and show it. And this time I'm prepared to show it. I'm going to show it. So we're coming.
When I chatted with Cody, right, he said basically mirrored what you're saying. A lot of respect there, but does see himself finding a finish. Both of you guys are finishers at 125. You're always looking to finish the fight. Granted, it's a weight class where the finishes don't always come. But how do you think this one plays out? Do you have any hunches? Or are you just going to let it play out the way it may?
I'm gonna go in there, and my coaches are gonna unshackle the chains, and I'm gonna be free. I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna flow, and I'm gonna find my openings. I'm gonna find all his holes that he has, and he's gonna be looking to find mine, and it's gonna be a beautiful fight. Just have a feeling that, like I said, I've been in this sport for a long time. You're not gonna do anything that I haven't seen before. So I believe my experience, strength, speed, technique, everything. I just believe that I'm a better fighter. And I know he feels the same way. So you're going to see both of us out there trying to fucking prove it.
So obviously you're closing the show, APFC 5, the UFC heavyweight champion in attendance. Does it add any significance that you're going to not only be main eventing, but main eventing this event specifically?
Oh man, it's so cool. It was cool to hear the announcement the other day. I am honored to fight in front of John Jones as the main event. I think that's pretty cool. My dad was telling me, he's like, man, we got to get pictures with him. We got a picture with him. I'm like, man, John Jones is there to see me, So we're excited.
He's got to get pictures with you then.
He's got to get pictures with the main event.
And finally, man, what would you say to Cody in closing? A week out, you've wanted this one for a long time. We finally got it together. What do you got to say to him just 7 days away?
Let's go in there and have a war. Be ready. I'm going to be. We're going there and get it. Let's go.
APFC 5 goes down next Sunday. Waukesha Expo Center. Cut you off a little bit there. I'll transition back for you.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just saying, we're coming for it. Let's go.
APFC 5 goes down next Sunday. Waukesha Expo Center. Milwaukee is ready. Danny Moriarty is ready. Cody Linne is ready. So we hope the fans in attendance and the fans watching on UFC Fight Pass are ready. Danny, thank you so much for stopping in here, man. This is the first chat of many, and best of luck out there.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you calling.